Kathy and myself and the members of the college scholarship team wanted to take just a few minutes and explain to you why we've invested our time, our talent, our energy, and our money into these two girls. So here are our top 10 reasons that we're committed to supporting these two amazing women, and why we hope that you will too. Reason number 10, it's just a phenomenal way to help the least of these. Elena and Lisa are Chernobyl children. That's how we met them. We met them as children who were offered the opportunity of refuge 6 weeks each summer to get out from under the radiation of Chernobyl. That's where they grew up. And they lived in our home for 7 summers, 6 weeks every summer. And it's hard to imagine what their life was like back at home. I mean, by American standards, it's complete poverty. They grew up without amenities of life such as indoor bathrooms, such as running water. Lisa's mom told us the story the other day of how they would bathe once a week in a tub with water from the river. And even to this day, they primarily grow their own food, a huge garden bigger than their house, and they store it through the winter under the floorboards of their home. It's just not a life that we can relate to or understand. And when you couple that with the posture of Belarus towards women in leadership, and you realize that they had no opportunity in front of them, as smart and gifted as they were. We're blessed. I mean, we were just blessed to be born in the United States and blessed to have all the opportunity that comes with it. And one of the things that God asks of us as people that have been blessed is that we give back. To me, the biggest kick in life is being able to help people who otherwise would never receive that help. And we give it in the name of Christ, and we're so happy to do it. I looked at them the other day when we were sitting at the kitchen table and just said, what are the chances? I mean, what are the chances that God has brought you this far with this much opportunity? I said, it's a miracle. And it really is. Would you join us in helping make the miracle happen?
Reason number 9, sometimes God brings the nations to us. God calls us to take the gospel to all nations in Matthew 28. But what God asks in that verse is much, much more than just sharing the good news. Jesus says, make disciples of all nations, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. Robin and I had planned to go to all nations, which we still do from time to time. But as it happened, God began bringing the nation to us. He did that in part by asking us to bring 2 sweet Belarusian children to live with us full time. We have strived to build Christ-like characters in them over the years. We've tried to model patience, kindness, honesty, courage, a loving spirit, and forgiveness. Don't get me wrong, we are not perfect, but our intent has been to raise not only 2 young women, but 2 women of faith, 2 disciples of Jesus. I am proud to be Alina and Lisa's American mom.
Reason number 8, sacrifices have paved the way. Alina and Lisa made the sacrifice of leaving family, country, and culture and language behind. Their parents made the sacrifice of letting them go. Their Phillips family made sacrifices as they invested a generous amount of time and money for the last 7 years. In fact, everyone who has supported them in our larger community has given and served sacrificially, allowing them to come this far.
Reason number 7, the odds are stacked against them as international students. Lisa and Alina cannot legally be employed in the U.S. to earn and save money for college. They cannot receive federal student loans. They cannot receive federal grants available to all U.S. students. The educational cost to international students is significantly higher than it is for U.S. residents. Believe it or not, High Point University was the cheapest option available to them because of scholarships available. $8,000 a year less than NC State, $15,000 a year less than UNC Chapel Hill.
Reason number 6, we believe there is a bigger picture. What I'm about to say next, I say by faith. God didn't pluck these girls from obscurity in rural Belarus for no reason. He has a much bigger plan and purpose in the lives of these two. We wouldn't have invested the last 7 years of our life raising them full time if we didn't know that in our hearts. God will work His perfect plan in His way and His time, but for us, this has been an investment in the future.
Reason number 5, failing to finish is not an option. Fact, if Lisa or Alina do not finish college, they must go back to Belarus without a degree, and their education thus far would not even be recognized. They would be consigned to the lowest type of labor with a very poor standard of living. Now, with being halfway through college, Alina and Lisa, they're at a turning point. The end is in sight, but the funding is a major challenge. Won't you partner with us in prayer and in contribution to help make this miracle happen?
Reason number 4, I don't know 2 more deserving people. Alina and Lisa have seized every opportunity given to them with both hands. They understand the sacrifices their parents have made and their community has made to allow this opportunity, and they want to honor it. That's what has motivated them to succeed academically and athletically. Alina and Lisa have provided leadership to every group and club they have been involved with. They are good people and so very deserving.
Reason number 3, all gifts are accountable and tax deductible. In 2021, NewPath Church established a college scholarship fund designed to help those who are most disadvantaged in terms of completing a college education. An 8-member team oversees the application and approval process for each and every candidate. We meet regularly to track and approve the distribution of all funds, and we also meet periodically with Alina and Lisa in person to get an update and to pray for them. All gifts go straight towards college tuition and expenses.
Reason number 2, God led us to walk of faith with them. Will you believe God with us? Join us in making this miracle happen. God called Robin and Kathy to become parents to these 2, and God called us to become advocates for them. All this is for a reason. We believe God has a God-sized purpose for their lives. Would you join your faith to ours, your prayers to ours? Join us in making this miracle happen.
Reason number 1, it takes a village. I can't tell you how many people over the years have invested what they could, how they could, when they could. Every hug given, every prayer prayed, every dollar invested has been more than you'll ever know. The number 1 reason this has worked is because of people like you. This is a God-sized task, but together we can do anything. So please consider standing with us, believing with us, and praying with us. And please consider giving. If you'd like to give, there's a donate button on this page. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. God bless you.